be showing you guys how to create these really loose, messy, fun, effortless beach waves right here, how I create this look with my hair. It is literally the easiest thing in the world. So if you are not a hair savvy person, I went to cosmetology school and I'm still not a hair savvy person. So trust me, I have faith in you. I have faith in you. You can do it. I never touched hair until I went to cosmetology school, and sure, I did get more comfortable with it there, but still I wouldn't consider myself the most hair savvy person. I could do some good color though. I could do some good highlights, good balayage. Yes, I could do it. I could do it. Hire me. No, just kidding. I'm actually not taking any hair clients right now. But anyways, if you want to see how to create these beautiful beachy waves right here, maybe we woke up like this. I don't know. Maybe we did. Maybe we didn't. If you can ignore my roots for the entirety of this video, then let's just get right into it. Alright, so what you are going to need for this tutorial is four main things, is a brush, a clip to section your hair out, and then your favorite volume and or texturizing spray. I have two different ones. There's the volume spray from the Way. This one you just kind of want to use at the roots for that volume. That one I like to use more wet, and then this one I like to use on dry hair. It's the Beach Club from IGK. It's a volumizing texture spray, so it gives you volume and texture. So this is pretty much how my hair dries naturally. I did do a little bit of flat ironing just in like this area because it was getting a little bit wonky, but other than that, this is pretty much how my hair air dries by itself. My hair, yes, is very, very low maintenance. Some people will probably need a little bit more prep work than I do, and that's totally fine. Do whatever you need to do to get your hair to this stage, whether that's blow drying it or whatever it may be. I just let my hair air dry, but you can blow dry it this way to where it's like almost straight if you have curly hair, and then if you have straight hair, you are probably already good to go. If it's fine and straight, you really just want, your main thing if you have naturally really straight hair is probably going to be a texture spray and some hairspray to really hold the curls. So if you have more hair than me, you can section your hair out, which is why I say to grab a clip, because you can just kind of take it with your fingers and pull that hair apart. I know that my roots are showing that I need to get my hair done, but come on, forgive me. Kind of pull it up, clip it up, and just curl section by section. I like to do it like this is what I'll do in the morning sometimes, where I'll just kind of curl a few pieces to give my hair that lived in kind of texture and not being super precise about it. But I do put a lot of dry shampoo in my hair so it gets tangled really easily. Try to wash my hair as little as possible, making sure that it's all nice and brushed out. We don't want to be curling tangled hair. And then I'm just gonna take like section by section. I'm just gonna start underneath, small section at a time. Sometimes my hair, like I never know what my hair is gonna do. Sometimes it dries with more waves, sometimes it dries almost completely straight. So I really just kind of go off of that, whatever my hair is doing. And I'm gonna spray my texture spray in after I have my curls. So then I just take my straightener and I turn it a full 360. And then the slower you go, the more it's gonna curl. Like the tighter the curl is gonna be, and the faster you go, the looser the curl will be. And you just wanna make sure that at the ends, it's not like a perfect little ringlet, that it kind of is a little bit straight. So that way it gives it more of that beachy lived-in texture. Some pieces I'll even leave straight. Like I'm literally just showing you how I do it on like a daily basis. So like I'll literally just take random pieces. This one, for example. Let's go ahead and curl that one. Now, the shorter your hair is, the more it's going to hold the curl, and the longer the hair is, the more weight it has to it, so the more that curl will kind of fall. So on my longer pieces, I tend to curl them a little bit tighter, and then on my shorter pieces, I'll curl them a little bit, like I won't turn my straightener as much so that I don't get as tight of a curl, because I don't want it to be super tight up top, because then all my curls will look disconnected. So then I just kind of take that piece, turn it like that. So that one has like a very nice loose curl. And then once I start getting those pieces, I'm like, okay, this kind of looks out of place. I just kind of grab things that look out of place and I curl them. this guy looks out of place. And I'll vary the direction, so this time I'm gonna go forwards in my curl. So that way the curls kind of knock against each other and they're not just like perfectly conforming to each other. That one wasn't so good because I stayed up close to the top for too long. So that one looks kind of smooth back out. You want to try to do as smooth of a pull as possible. Sometimes it's hard, especially if your hair has like a lot of texture to it already, like you have dry shampoo or you already have product in it or whatever it may be. Sometimes it's hard to get a nice smooth pull with the straightener, but just do the best that you can. Sometimes you have to loosen your grip a little bit to help that pull. Sometimes I'll go back and just curl the last half of it. I feel like it didn't curl as much. And let the curls like set apart. Like, see how they all look very separate right now? Let them be that way until you're like done curling your hair. And I know this is not like the perfect, and I went to cosmetology school. I know how to perfectly and correctly curl hair, but this is just the way that I do it every morning, honestly. It's like, not every morning, but on the mornings that I feel like I need it. So I do have a cosmetology license, so I know what I'm doing before anybody comes at me. So just varying directions, so I'll go back and then I'll go forwards and then I'll go back, and just to really give it that mixed texture. So this one I'm gonna go forwards. Sometimes I do like to keep just a few straighter pieces because it makes it look even more like beachy and messy. That's why I'm not doing sections, because I don't worry about grabbing every little piece and making sure that every little piece is curled, because I feel like it just looks a little bit more like easy and lived in. If you have like a few like straight stragglers or whatever. So like that's a little straight straggler. I'm gonna leave him. I like him. Sometimes up here though, I feel like it starts to look a little bit flat, so I'll take a piece and try to curl it closer to the scalp. That one didn't go so well, but you get what I'm saying. So from there, I'm just gonna keep looking, like what pieces do I not like? I think I want one curl right here. Some curls I curl tighter, some I curl looser. You just want to think about giving it a variety of texture and shape. So then I just kind of take my fingers and run it through, especially in the scalp area where it feels like it's kind of separated. Kind of bring them all together. Now we have a lot more body. I don't like how this one is. See how much those shorter pieces really hold that curl? Like they just take it. So sometimes I need to flatten those out a little bit to make them kind of flow with the rest of the hair, but you see how much more body it has, and just like it's more interesting to look at. I don't like the way that this one is reflecting. Okay, I have a crease here. Big difference. Oh. So now I'm just gonna take my texture spray, since I like how everything is looking. Got some straight pieces, got some loose curls, have a lot of texture, and I'm just gonna kind of lift at the roots and start at the roots and then just kind of spray it all throughout. So it's really gonna give the hair a lot of grip. You can spray this on before, but I've tried that. Just kind of run my hands through it, give it that texture. I have sprayed it in my hair before curling, and it made the flat iron go over it. Like it was really hard to kind of get a smooth curl with it. Like it kept doing like that. So that's why I like to spray this one in afterwards, because it gives that texture and that body, but it doesn't make it hard to curl. It'll also help to hold those curls a little bit. So just kind of push it and play with it until I feel like it's really set. Like it literally did not take me that long. It took me just a few minutes, and how much of a difference that makes. Like it kind of just looks like I could have woken up like this, like no big deal. So now I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other side. With the first few pieces, like right in front of the face, you want to make sure that you're kind of curling away from the face because it just gives it a different look curling towards the face. It's more modern to kind of keep it curled away from the face. Curling towards the face gives you a very vintage look, which if you like that, of course do that, but it's not really the look that we're going for. I like to start with these little baby hairs, kind of figure those out first. See how I leave that last, like the end of the hair right there, or the end of the strand, nice and straight. So if you just kind of curl like the top layer here and you start to get that effect, everything in between, you can just kind of pick up pieces and kind of pick and choose where you want to curl and where you want to don't, where you don't want to. So now that we're getting farther back on the head, I'm going to start to curl towards the face. So we start to get varying textures. One thing that can cause like those skips is if you pick up too much hair at one time. So make sure you pick up a decent amount of hair, like not too much. This time I'm curling towards. So now I'm going to start picking a few pieces underneath to curl. I like to start on the very inner portion. And you'll notice how I kind of like, after I curl it, I take it and I twist it in, because sometimes it won't settle into the shape that you just curled it in, but if you take it and you twist it really quick into the shape that it's supposed to settle in, it'll set that way. So that's why I do that. Alright, so now that I'm liking the way that this side looks, I'm just going to take my hands, run it through, especially the roots here, kind of mend everything together. Don't brush through them because then you'll kind of separate everything too much, but just running your fingers through them should give them enough separation. If you brush through them, you'll kind of you might lose some of your curls. I think I want to curl one more piece on this side. Yeah. I mean, look at the difference. Like, huge difference, and it was literally so easy. Like, I didn't even section my hair or anything. So now, just gonna spray all of that. Give it some texture, some body, some volume. And there we are. See how easy that is? Like super easy, super simple. Just a straightener, some texture spray, a clip if you need it, if you have higher density hair than I do, and a brush. I mean, literally so easy. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know if you're gonna try this out for yourself down in the comments, and let me know if you want to see more hair tutorials. I'm not the most hair savvy person in the world, but maybe I could whip some things up for you guys if you're interested in seeing it. So let me know down below, and if you're not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave and that notification bell, because what's the point of subscribing if you don't know when I'm gonna upload? So hit that notification bell, and if you have already been here before and you're already subscribed, I'd just like to say thank you so much for your support. It really means the world to me. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in Monday's tutorial. Bye! And without further ado, like I'm doing an intro. Okay, come on. So, yeah!